Hi there, I'm Céline Remy at CélineRemy.com, and I'm a holistic sexologist and certified sexological body worker. Basically, I help people who are bored and frustrated with their sex life have deep sexual connections and fulfilling lives. So I like to say that pleasure is my business, and it really makes for awesome conversations when people ask me, so what do you do? But people are always really curious about how on earth did you end up becoming a sexologist? Why would somebody choose this field and make this their vocation, their career? And so many people have been asking me the question that I wanted to make a quick video for you today so that you would get to know my story a little bit more and get inspired maybe to follow your own passion and bliss, because that really makes life more amazing when you get to do what you love. So I was super lucky because I grew up in Switzerland, and I kind of want to say that it set up the stage for an openness when it comes to sexuality, a comfort and ease about my body, because we're not as prude as people are in America. We're not as shy about this. The family that I grew up in, we would talk about sexuality. We would be naked in the home, when you walk from the bedroom to the shower. It's not a biggie if we saw each other naked. And I think that created a really nice, healthy foundation for me to feel comfortable about my body. And I was very lucky because I discovered my passion at a very, very young age. Something though happened that my mom got sick when I was 16. She basically had cancer, and that created a whole chain reaction that led me onto my path, because when she got sick, we decided as a family to change how we ate. So we started to eat organic, be more conscious about what we put into our bodies. We started to look about the power of the mind to heal the body, and that led me to walk into a new agey bookstores where I discovered tarot cards and found books about sacred sexuality, and I was really, really fascinated about that. I wanted to learn more. So I started reading books from Mantak Chia on the multi-orgasmic woman and all these different practices, and I was really, really curious about that. I didn't know much yet, but the seed had been planted. So then fast forward a few years later, my mom is totally healed and healthy, and so we are celebrating that. But then I spot a workshop in my town that's about those practices that I had been reading about, the jade egg practices and how to circulate your sexual energy. And so I get so excited about it, and I enroll my mom, and we go there and we spend the weekend with 20 other women learning these practices. And this workshop changes my life because I can see the magic of it, and I'm just like, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna go study with the master. So I finish my training. At that point, I'm working as an esthetician, so I'm doing my apprenticeship. I'm saving money so that I can go to Thailand, to Mantak Chia's retreat center, Tao Garden, and where I get to spend 6 weeks studying with him and other Tao instructors that are teaching me how to use my sexual energy, how to recycle it, how to increase my vitality, and all these different practices. And so I'm super young. I'm just in my early 20s then. I'm 22, and I get to spend 6 weeks there. And then I spend a few more weeks in Thailand learning Thai massage, and so increasing all different skills. And then I decide to take this a step further. So I travel all the way to India, and I get to study Ayurveda. It's like a science of life. And I become a yoga teacher, and there I receive my very first full body massage that includes the genitals. And this totally blows my mind. I'm like, I want to know how to do that. The experience was amazing. The opening that it created, and just the ability to take somebody on a journey where they get to feel good in their body, feel good about their body. I was like, I need to know how to do that. So one thing led to another. I arrived in Hawaii in the United States, and I spent some like 5 years there on the islands, and I discovered a profession called sexological bodywork. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing, because sexological bodywork combines all of the different skills that I have and that I love, from coaching to hands-on to breathing to sex practices to full body massage to pelvic floor release. And I'm like, this is it. I need to be doing this. And so I start to do the online training part, and at this point I'm unable to finish and get my certification because I have to fly all the way to San Francisco and I somehow can't make it happen. So I put this on the back burner for a few more years, and I'm like, okay, I kind of like continue my life. But then everything aligns, the stars aligns, and I'm like, this is it, this is time for me. So I go back and again go through the entire training, but this time I do it all the way and become certified as a sexological bodywork. And that gives me a way to hold space for my clients with ethics and professionalism, and it gives me a foundation of knowledge and a tool that I can use with my clients to help them transform shame about their body, to unlock their sexual potential so that they can really be free to experience more pleasure and positivity into their lives. And so really, I have been studying relationships and sexuality for over 15 years, been doing multiple workshops, and I've spent over 10,000 hours in studying. And then in my private practice, I have been working for now 7 years with clients. This has allowed me to see that there's so much variety when it comes to sexuality, and there's such a need for people to be able to feel accepted, to remove the stigma and the trauma that is associated with their sex life. Because when your sex life is good and when you feel good about it, everything else in your life gets impacted. It's not just compartmentalized into one area. Oh, there's my sex life over there and then there's my real life. The way you do sex totally affects the way you do your life. So I get to help men, women, and couples really unlock the sexual potential so that they can experience the power of their orgasms, they can have deep intimacy and have fulfilling lives. So that's it, that's my story, that's how I got into it, and that's something I love and have been loving for all of these years. And if you want to know more and see how I can support you in releasing trauma in your body and expanding your sexual horizons, then connect with me. I would love to be your guide on this journey.